let's travel back in time to try the iconic Soviet milkshake and discover the secret behind this sensational but simple drink. It's impossible to describe the joy of being in Soviet cafeteria and waiting in never-endless line for the milkshake, the sweet, extra cold and airy milkshake with an unforgettable taste that was making great Soviet days bright. It was served in front of the customer by a lady wearing a white coat and a white hat, exclusively in a faceted glass without a straw or garnish. And the recipe is more secret than Coca-Cola recipe. No one could replicate the drink with exact same taste from the cafeteria at home. It always came out like a sugary milk. So I accidentally overheard the secret Soviet recipe, and here is exactly what we need to make this hit drink. First, a special blender was used in Soviet gastronomy. The most popular model was the Voronezh 2. These mixers were produced by factories that are part of the space enterprises. The scary-looking devices were very powerful but simple. It's impossible to find that iconic mixer, so I bought an American version of Voronezh. It matches the speed of rotation of the whisks, which was 12,000 RPM. It may not look the same, but it sounds similar. The Soviet milkshake was made with a few high-quality ingredients. The most important part is plombyr ice cream. During the Soviet era, it was one of the most popular types of ice cream available. The original was made from natural milk and cream, and the most popular version was sold in a waffle cup. It has a rich and creamy texture. Ice cream is sweet with a slightly buttery taste and a unique dairy flavor. Unfortunately, it is only possible to find an original plombyr with added flavors these days, so we have to go with a vanilla version. And the next secret is milk. Organic, fresh, with high fat content milk was used to make milkshakes creamy and cold. Actually, very cold. The Soviet milkshake was prepared on the basis of almost frozen milk, and not just chilled as I believed. I put it in the freezer for about half an hour, and after blending, an airy and dense foam will appear on the drink's surface. Then syrup. The most popular was orange syrup. There were no additives, just organic oranges, crystallized sugar and water. I used the zest from one large orange, mixed it with equal parts of sugar and water, keep it on the heat until sugar dissolves, then let it sit for like 30 minutes. And that's exactly how orange syrup was made back in the USSR. Soviet milkshakes are very sweet, so the recipe requires half ounce of syrup. As I mentioned, in Soviet cafeterias, the milkshake was mixed in front of the customer and served immediately. And to get an airy foam that everyone in the Soviet Union loved so much, we need to mix it for at least 1 minute. It was so light, it felt like you were paying 13 Soviet coins for a glass of foam. It's very sweet, creamy, and incredibly delicious. The texture is so perfect. It's like an ultimate throwback to the Soviet era. I know you're asking, but what about the chocolate milkshake? I don't remember trying the chocolate version, but I clearly remember the most popular chocolate, Alenka, by the Red October. No, not this one. The Red October factory. Let's compare this with the most popular Hershey's. We need about 50 grams. And the best-selling ice cream brand in America, Ben & Jerry's, also about 50 grams. To make sure that chocolate was properly incorporated into our drinks, I blended them separately for a few seconds. They both are almost the same in consistency, with a smooth, creamy texture. The US version is very sweet, and Hershey's chocolate has a distinctive taste, but the Soviet milkshake is not too sweet, perfectly balanced, and has a taste like a liquid Easter chocolate bunny. Both are very good, but I think it's clear who won this cold milkshake war. If you enjoyed it, watch this video, and I'll see you next week, comrade.